The Minister of Power, Works and Housing was quoted as saying something in this regard, that every one you need to pick up has its limitation. In other words, if you're going for solar or coal, they all have their limitations. Don't you think that might be another reason why we seem to be slowing down? So that sort out those limitations and then we can move forward.
Yeah, with due respect to the Honorable Minister of Works, Power and Housing, I want to disagree with him. You see, the mix allows you to take care of shortfall in other generating stations. Let me give you a small example.
Mix not connected to the grid.
You can do a decentralized grid, okay? In Lagos, for example, if you have a macro grid system for Lagos, now you have the gas system generating, you have the solar generating, you have hydro, dams can be, put together. Let's say you have 3 or 4 different generating stations. During the time that the sunlight is not much, the hydro will be there. When you have issues with hydro, solar will be there, because they complement each other. Solar will work well when you have high sun density, but at the time you have high sun density, you have low water in the other area. I'm talking about hydro. So it has been arranged in such a way that they can complement one another. So if we plan properly and we decentralize the grid and we will apply all this mix, then the issue of shortfall will not be there. Now, last week, the Honorable Minister talked about we having up to 7,000 megawatts, and the discos are not buying the power available generation. Now, we had fire incident, we lost 3,200 megawatts. So if, for example, we have the 7,000 megawatts, why is it that the remaining 3,000 plus is unable to augment to avoid the system collapse?
Even though they say that they are fixing it and that is coming back gradually. But Nigeria in sub-Saharan Africa is expected in 2018 to champion power sector distribution and growth in Africa. So if Nigeria with the GDP $405 billion, 180 million people and counting, and you also have a 15% growth rate annually, do you think that Nigeria is an attractive investor's choice for power sector development?
Very, very attractive. Gimba, we have everything. We are so blessed in this country. We only need to put in some effort in the right direction. We have everything going. Don't forget, we have population up to 200 million people. So we have nothing less than 190 million households. That is huge market that any investor is ready to tap into. Is it possible?
If we're so blessed, what is hindering our blessings now? It seems as if we're cursed rather than blessed.
It beats my imagination. It's just that we are not doing things right. Have you paid a visit to some of these generating stations to see the kind of control gear they are using to operate?
Smaller countries?
No. In Nigeria, you'll be shocked that some of the control gears being used to manage these generating stations are facilities built over 10, 15, 20 years ago, and they are already obsolete.
So what's the problem? Is it a leadership problem or is it a technical problem? I don't understand why we have to hit on electricity all the time. When we're attractive as a country, investors can come in here, the government can even leverage on it to produce this electricity. Well, what is the problem?
It was like this in the telecom industry. Everything the government was doing then, it looked as if it wasn't taking us to the promised land. But what happened when the GSM licenses were auctioned? Don't forget, in this country we bought a SIM card for close to 30, 40,000 naira. But today, SIM cards are free. That is the power of liberalization. That is the power of opening, the system for investors to come in and take advantage of. We can do it. We can do it. I just said that the government has no reason keeping 40% equity in the discos. They don't. So the companies who are coming cannot put money in this infrastructure. And it will take just 2-3 years. You will see a sudden change of the power system in this country. It is possible, Gimba. It is possible.
I want to thank you so much indeed, Arthur Usiagwu, who's an electrical engineer, on discussing the national grid shutdown. Thank you so much indeed for talking to us on Sunrise Daily. And we'll be back after these messages. Join us again.